Whew, it's a little chilly. What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, Money Bass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but we're out here on another very, very windy day. But take a look around. It's a very beautiful day out here today, guys. We're gonna get out here and see if we can catch a fish or two. Give me a sound check. What do you guys think? Are you able to hear me through all of this wind and everything that's going on? Because there is definitely a lot of wind noise. Just let me know. Can you guys hear me through all of this wind that is happening right now? I see Justin White tuning in. Texas New says, "What's up, team?" Justin White says, "Let's see." He says, "What's up, Bubba? What you know? Good. All right. Well, this is fun. So who's in the chat with Texas New? Who's the silent third? Oh yes, we're getting a few people tuning in. What's going on? We have Karen checking back in, one of the newest members of the Money Team. Had one of the free memberships, with a gifted memberships that was sent out by none other than Joe Winkler. Really appreciate you guys. It is a little chilly out here. All right, Karen says, yes, I can hear you. Okay. All right, so we're good to go on the audio, guys. But can you hear the wind also? That wind is a little brutal out here today. Let's go ahead and get things set up. Gonna be out here for maybe like an hour, guys. Not gonna be out here for long. So who in the chat was watching the live stream from last night about Mega Live and the updates and the issues people are having as far as where their system be compatible or not, and all the good things that come along with that? Of course, anytime there's any changes, there's always going to be good and bad. Some people are going to hate it, some people are going to love it, and some people will be kind of in between. So you guys saw a little bit of all of that yesterday. So if you were watching it last night, put Mega Live in the chat. I just want to see who was watching the live stream last night. Justin says it was snowing in Knoxville. Oh man. Yeah, I know things are changing a lot. It's a little chilly out here today. But it's not as cold as it was when I was out here the other day. But what I'm gonna do is kind of do what I was doing the other day, guys. Just gonna get out here and kind of hide away in one of these coves, see if we can get a fish or two to the boat. I do not want to go out there and play in that wind today. I know you guys cannot tell, but I've kind of given you some indications of looking at the water of when you can tell. See the little dark color? Let's see if I can point to it right out there. That darker color water, once you get out there, that's from the wind. And actually, if you take a look, it's headed towards me right now. So in a minute, you'll hear another gust of wind coming through. But like I said, I'm going to see if I can get back here and just hide in this cove, see if we can get a few fish to the boat. All right, let's see. What are we talking about in the chat? What's going on, Crockett? He says, no, I missed it. We have Gary tuning in. Raised Outdoors, what's going on? Good to see you. Justin White says Mega Live caught the tail end last night. Oh yeah, we had some good information. It was a pretty good discussion last night. Looks like I see some fish out here sitting on the bottom at about 50 feet down. Okay, we're gonna get on top of those fish and drop some spoons and a few different things down here to these fish. So let's see. I'm just gonna drift down just a little bit more. There we go. We're going to hit spot lock. So for anybody who does not know, spot lock is this button right here on my trolling motor foot pedal that will allow me to lock the boat in place. So what I am going to do is start off by dropping a spoon down here. So the conditions have kind of changed, guys. So my baits have changed. And if you notice, I have 4 spinning rods on the boat today. And of course, you know, I always have to keep my handy dandy shaky head ready. Justin White says, yeah, go catch me some more money. So let's drop down here and see if any of these fish want to come out and play today. Let's just see. Do any of these fish want to come out and play today? Crockett said Thor's hammer. Crockett knows a little bit about what's going on this channel. Yeah, but right now we're going to drop the shaky head down there and see what's going on with that. I thought I was going to be able to hide out of this wind, but it is definitely not happening. If you guys can hear that wind in the chat, put the word wind in the chat. Put wind in the chat if you can hear that wind, guys. right, so there are some fish down there on the bottom. We're right above those fish. Oh yeah, this wind is definitely strong, guys. Shout out to DL Peck Fishing. Eastbound Dog says wind. I see everybody putting wind. Now I told you guys there were definitely going to be high winds today, and your partner Money Bass apparently is the only one that is out here on the lake today. Everybody else is kind of in hiding. All right, so let me just show you guys what I'm doing right now. So these are the fish right here. You guys see them. They're all over that spoon. You can see them right here on the live imaging. This over here, and that zigzag that's going up and down, that is me just kind of popping this spoon. I'm popping it up and down like that. And you can watch it right there live. And you can also see these fish. They're kind of swimming around down there. Another thing I'm going to do is throw a minnow style bait out there and just drag that thing very slow across the bottom. All right, so those fish weren't really interested in that spoon right there. But we're not going to give up. What's going on, Terry? We have Cletus checking in. Said, "Aren't you out there freezing?" Yeah, just a little chilly out here. It's a little chilly. Feels a little icy. But hey, I want to come and hang out with my peoples on in the chat. See what you guys are up to. So I'm gonna cast this swim bait out here, and I'm gonna let this thing fall all the way down to the bottom. And I'm just gonna fish it real slow. We're gonna try that out here in some of this deeper water and see how that works. One of the problems, let me just check something. Something doesn't feel right up here on the end. One of the problems right now that I'm gonna be kind of fighting with is dealing with these winds. So I may not be able to do this for long, but I wanted to have a little fun, guys. You know, sometimes you want to try a technique that is fun for you. So that's what this is right here. This is something that's going to be fun for me. I want to get out here and see if I can catch something with one of these minnow style baits. I'm going to throw that out there and let it sink all the way down to the bottom. All right, what's going on, Herbert? We have Herbert checking in. He says it's going to be a tough bite with that front moving through. Yeah, but we'll still get out here and see if we can make something happen. I should still be able to get 1 or 2 fish to the boat. Pierre Ryder says Duckett has the black ice spinning reels on sale now for $215 if you still need one. Oh yeah, I think you were out here the other day with a bendation, got 2 reel, and I cracked one of my rods in half. Huh? Shout out to Steve Wimpy. Everybody put SWAT lawn operations in the chat. Are we doing that thing we call Bass for Cash today, Steve Wimpy? What are we doing? These people want to know. Can I get a little money from my pocket today? Shout out to Steve Wimpy and SWAT lawn operations, guys. David says, is that a shark? No, those are some frozen fingers out here. It was not this cold whenever I first came out here, guys. And this wind is getting kind of horrendous. I know you cannot see the wind on here, but maybe if you look at the water and you see how fast that water is moving by, all of that is being created by wind. Now, I definitely don't want to go out there over the main lake and deal with those white caps that are out there. Because, yeah, so that would be a terrible thing, guys. Fisherman Dollar says, lunch break for us. And look, here someone is on the water. Oh, yeah, we're going to see if we can make something happen for you. All right, I see you guys shouting out SWAT loan operations. Karen says, you got this money, bring it in. All right, we're going to see what we can bring into the boat for you. Terry says, I walked down to my dock and the wind was howling and it was so cold, I just went back up to the house. I wish you the best of luck. You're a lot tougher than I am. Oh, yeah, my fingers are freezing. Look at them. Do you see that? Some frozen fingers. But yeah, we're going to see if we can make some things happen, guys. All right, make sure you guys continue to hit that like button. Your partner's out here freezing. Can I get a few likes? Can I get a few likes with the frostbit fingers? Time to rip some lips. Steve Wimpy says, of course, Bass for Cash is on and popping. All right, we're going to see. So, of course, first I have to do my job and get a fish to the boat. Then we'll see if you guys can do your job and guess the weight of the fish that I get to the boat. How about that? Justin White says, I'm staying nice and warm for you. Hey, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hang out here today, guys. Oh, man, can you see it? My fingertips are cold. We'll see, guys. We'll see. I see some more fish directly under the boat. Let me try something real quick. I'm going to drop this straight down so we can just watch it on the screen and see if these fish will come up after this swim bait, guys. Man, this wind is howling. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. All right, so there we go. There's my bait come down, and there's a fish coming right up to it, guys. There's a fish right on that bait. There's a fish right on that bait right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's see. It's looking. It's looking. I let it go all the way to the bottom, and we'll see now. What does this fish want to do? Does it want to play? We're just going to hold it there. That fish is hovering right above that bait. Here's what it looks like on live imaging. There's the fish right there. On sonar, that's the fish right there, and this is my bait right below that fish. He's coming back over to it, guys. Let's see. Let's see. You see him swimming around it down there? Can you see the action? If you can see it, put I see it in the chat. If you can see that fish down there, put I see it in the chat. All right, they didn't want it. Didn't want it, guys. All right, looks like everybody's putting I see it in the chat. You guys saw that little bit of action. But you know what? Oh, let me show you guys what happened. Oh my goodness. There was an incident that took place. Look, I have to warm my hands up now. Now check this out, guys. Does anybody know what this is right here? Now this right here is the power cord that I use to charge my boat. When I pulled out of the garage, I forgot to take it loose from right here. This is where it plugs into, right here in the back of the boat to charge the boat up. That's where it plugs into. But because I forgot to pull it out, it was actually dragging behind the boat. I did not realize that my cable was dragging behind the boat until I was in the water. And I kind of felt something a little odd about the way the boat was moving. So check this out, guys. Can you see my prop back there? Do you see that? That is my power. My power cord wrapped around there. If there aren't too many things that'll win when they get into a fight with a prop on one of these boats. And so this power cable definitely lost that fight. Oh man. Yeah, guys, this wind, I know I put dangerous winds in there. So yeah, the winds are actually a lot rougher than what I was thinking they were going to be. Can anybody check in the chat? All right, here we go. Let me show you guys something real quick on the screen. This blip right here that you guys see, that is a fish right there. So there's a fish. So we're going to drop this drop shot straight down and see if that fish will hit this drop shot, guys. So I'll show you on the screen. There's the fish. Where's the drop shot? There's a bunch of fish right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's a bunch of fish right there. Here's my bait right here. All right, and I don't see any fish on it right now. Fisherman Dollar says, wow. WP says, untangle it. Somebody said RIP. Yeah, you got to RIP to that power cord. It is done. I needed a new one anyways, but that isn't really the way that I wanted to have to end up buying one. Justin says, I don't think I would recommend it to anyone. All right, so those fish were kind of swimming around. They're kind of gone now. So we'll go ahead and reel in this drop shot. You can see the drop shot right here on live imaging, and you can see it right there on the on my sonar. So we'll see. We haven't been out here long, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to be out here long today because these winds are kind of brutal. And along with these winds are coming some very cold, some cold air. And my fingers are cold, guys. All right, so let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? So everybody saw that Gary said, damn, only you. That's right, man. I'm always tearing something up, right? All right, so let's see. Let's get over here and let's take a look at this 360. So down here we have this other thing called 360 imaging. Shoots a beam all the way around the boat, guys. We get kind of technical out here with the fishing nowadays. Crockett says that just happened. It sure did. It just happened. DL Peck says money. That proof. Let me see. That's proof. You wake up, head to the boat, and drive off. I may have done that today. I may have just hopped in and took off. All right. Crockett says money. Justin gifted a membership to Dean. Oh my goodness, did I miss it? Listen, I'm out here freezing, guys. I'm a little cold. There it goes. Shout out to Justin. Brought in another member of the money team. Shout out to Dean. Is Dean in the chat? Is Dean in the chat? Really, really appreciate that, Justin. But you know, that does make Justin the sponsor of today's live stream. Doesn't take much. What I say each time that I come out here is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel, which does include gifting memberships, they are the sponsor of that live stream. Can you catch fish with freezing fingers? Can you do it? Can your partner MoneyBass do it? Okay, check it out, guys. Those fish are back under the boat. So let's hop back down there, see if we can get down there fast enough this time. All right, there we go. All right, so here's the fish right here. Let's go ahead and go back on the split screen on sonar. Look at it, guys. Look at the fish right there. It went down to the bait too. There it goes right here. It's sitting right there looking at it. It's looking. Let me pull it up a little bit. So I just raised my bait up, and that fish is still right there looking at it. So you can see it right here too. All right, here comes another fish. There's two fish in there now. When you hear people referring to video game fishing, this is kind of what they're talking about. Now there's three fish down there. Can you guys see all of that action right there? We're sitting in 32 feet of water. All right, and they're kind of swimming away. Well, they're still down there looking. They're still looking, still a little interested. All right, if you guys can see those three fish right there, 1, 2, 3, you can also see them on the sonar. If you can see it, put yes, I can see it in the chat. Let's get some crowd participation going on. Let's pull it back off the bottom a little bit. Justin White says you need to put some stank on it to get them to act right. That could be true. Steve Wimpy says, do you sound like you are freezing. Nose running. Oh, yeah, I'm snotting all over the place out here. But I'm trying to get these guys some of that cash for this bass. Yeah, it's a little cold out here, Wimpy. Wimpy said, "What's going on with your nostrils?" We have Ben checking in, says, "Holy cow, radar to see the fish. What is going on in this world? What has this world come to?" Crockett says he can see it. Ben says, "Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of fun out here. We have some fun with it, guys." But yeah, these fish, they aren't interested. They aren't interested in that drop shot. So let's go ahead and pop them and hit them in the head with a spoon. Let's see if that'll get their action. Something that has a little more action to it. So I had that spoon going down there just a minute ago. So let's get that back down there. All right, so again, there's the fish right here. You can also see it on this screen over here. And here's my spoon dropping straight down to those fish. You can see it going down. Let's stop it right there. Keep it right above the head of those fish. We're just going to jig it up and down. See if they're interested, which they are not. What's going on, Shane? Shane says, "Any good catches today?" No, sir. We've been out here for about 20 minutes. We're out here in the wind and the cold. But it's not raining, so that's a good thing. Ben says, "Cash for that bass. Get it to the boat." Yeah, we'll see if I can get this fish to the boat, guys. All right, yeah, so these fish are definitely not cooperating. So let's go ahead and we're going to switch tactics. If one thing isn't working, then we have to change up and try something else. Now, I wish there was something that was working, and I wish it wasn't that wind. I'm looking to see if there's some place I can go to kind of hide from this wind, guys. Guns and Magnolia says, "My first fishing trip, I wind up getting," oh my goodness. What is going on in the chat? Just says, "Watch out for that trolling motor. You're going to have your line tangled up." Oh, yeah, I always got to look out for that. Once again, shout out to Justin White, gifted that membership to the chat. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel, guys. Justin White is the current sponsor of today's windy live stream. We'll probably only be out here for 1 hour today, guys. I am not planning on being out here long because it is kind of rough out here. So I'm going to go ahead and get straight to it, slow things down a little bit. What's going on? We have Teresa tuning in. We're just out here doing a little fishing, Teresa, in some high wind situations, and also dealing with, it's a little colder out here than I thought it would be before I came out here. So it's a little chilly out here. What's going on? Cletus says, "I think you're going to have to hit that bass on the head to make him bite." That might be right. That might be right. Hit him right in the head and then get him to the boat. But all we have to do is get a fish that is 14 inches or better to the boat. Once I get that fish to the boat, I'll hold it up for you guys, let you kind of get an idea of the size and all that good stuff. You guess the weight of that fish, the exact weight, then you can win the cash payout for today. But you have to be a subscriber. It doesn't cost anything to participate. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Now, the other thing that you guys will need to do is get my likes up. We're only sitting on 23 likes, but we're getting close to, we're over 50 people in the chat right now. So let's go ahead and double tap your screen. It does not cost a thing to double tap your screen and hit that like button, guys. Likes are free. What's going on? We have Greg tuning back in. Lawrence, what's going on? Have you seen him? It says, "What's good, money?" That looks like a spinnerbait weather. Man, it looks like some freezing weather out here to me. It's a little chilly out here today. We definitely have some high winds, but yeah, so ideally, I would say you are correct. When people see wind coming in like this, they will head straight to the points and throw those spinner baits on points. But right now, I'm just out here trying to survive. I'm just doing my best to get a fish to the boat without freezing and without getting blown into the water by all these high winds that are out here today. And I know I put dangerous winds in the chat. I mean, in the on the title, and that is true. But I did not think the winds were going to be blowing as hard as they are right now. I knew they were going to be kind of tough today, but not this tough. So I'm not going to really move around much. As you guys see, I'm just sitting here fishing around a boat ramp. So I am not going to go out there and battle against those winds and whitecaps on the lake. Gary says, I'm glad I turned in. Let me see. I'm glad I turned in. I was going to go fishing, but I think I'll stay and watch you. You're going to let me do it out here by myself, huh? Oh my goodness, guys. Look at the wind. The wind is coming right here. Can you guys see that wind coming across the water? If you can see that wind coming across the top of the water, put yes. Put yes, I saw it. If you saw that wind coming across the top of the water, guys. Man, look at all of that. Out on the main lake right now, there are definitely white caps out there. But I wanted to get out here and hang out for a quick little minute. I wanted to, I'm really waiting for these winds and stuff like that to kind of die down so I can try some different techniques and baits that I purchased. But the weather has not been permitting me to do that. So I just have to work with what I have. All right, let's get back to business. All right, so guys, I'm gonna keep it simple today. I mean, if we see some fish under the boat again, like I was showing you guys a few minutes ago, then I'll drop down and see if I can get those for the most part. I am not gonna move around. I'm hoping the wind kind of dies down a little bit and gives us at least like 20 minutes or so of just some decent fishing without having to deal with all these wind. Hippie Dave said, I wish you had the spoon I make. Okay, so you make your own spoons? Good deal, good deal. What's going on, Jonathan? Jonathan says, bass for cash. I'm in time. That's right, you made it. We haven't got a fish to the boat yet because we haven't really been out here for too long. So we'll see. Yeah, this wind is definitely brutal. Shane says, fish toward the ramp. All right, Shane. I think I can do that for you. Actually, you know what I need to do, guys? I am going to reposition the boat. Let's see. Actually, nah, I can leave the boat right here. What I may end up doing, guys, is repositioning the boat so I don't have to cast into the wind. Shout out to Karen. Karen knows the deal. She says, hit that like button, guys. Or the likes up. We're getting closer to 100 people in the chat, guys. Once we hit 100 people, I think I may go ahead and get a fish to the boat. Then, uh-oh, guys, here we go. The wind has calmed down now. The wind has died down. So I have a little window where I can actually kind of fish in peace. So hopefully, the wind has died down for a quick minute. But yeah, if you guys could, please make sure you are hitting that like button. Once we get those likes up, I get a fish to the boat. We're going to do this thing we call bass for cash. All I do is catch the fish. Your job is to guess the exact weight of the fish, and you will get that cash prize. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. Now, SWAT lawn operations, Steve Wimpy, are you in the chat? What is the payout today for the person that guesses the weight of that fish? Gary says we gotta have at least 50 likes. We're sitting at 39. We're moving our way on up. Yeah, let's see if we can get 11 more likes, guys. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Type the word like in the chat if you have already hit the like button. Man, I'm fishing a shaky head. I can hold my hand still and it'll shake on its own because right now my hands are a little shaky. All right, I see you guys putting like in the chat. That's right. If you have already hit the like button. Oh my goodness, guys. I had a fish on. I had a fish on, but because my hands were so cold, I cannot tell that it was a fish. And it felt like a good one too. It had some weight on it. Oh my goodness, guys. That was bad. I should have went ahead and set the hook on it. I thought it could have been a rock, but it was definitely a fish. And it had some weight on it, guys. I could feel it. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Steve Whip. He says $30 today for the bass for cash. We're gonna see, guys. We're gonna see if the bendation is real. We have Duke City Fishing checking in. Says, let's go. Thank you to whoever gifted me a membership. Does anybody know? Did you receive your gifted membership today? Because you may have received one of the gifted memberships that came from Joe Winkler. Joe Winkler gifted several memberships yesterday and the last time that I was out on the lake. I know Justin White gifted a membership today to Dean. All right, so yeah, you probably received your gifted membership from Joe Winkler. He is a very strong supporter of the channel and a member of the Money Team. He is also a member of the channel. So yeah, you want to definitely say thank you to your partner Joe Winkler for that gifted membership. And Duke City Fishing, what that membership does for you is we're doing this thing called Bass for Cash out here. Man, guys, look, the wind stopped, but can you see that discoloration on the water right here? Right there, that dark water. Watch as it gets closer. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. As soon as that wind, that's wind right there. As soon as that discoloration hits right here, it's gonna be. I feel it right now. So there we go. The wind is now hitting me. I don't know if you guys can hear it now, but that's the way it goes. All right, so guys, Bass for Cash. All I do is catch the fish. It does not cost anything to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber. Now, the members of the Money Team, if you have a badge next to your name and you are a member of the channel, you get 2 guesses per fish. All right. The payout today is a $30 bill. If you guess the exact weight of the fish that comes to the boat today, you will win $30. And it will be sent straight to you, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. That is the sponsor of Bass for Cash, guys. Now, you get 1 guess per fish. All you have to do is subscribe. It does not cost a thing. 2 guesses for the Money Team members, 1 guess for subscribers. Once we get the fish to the boat, man, I wish I had set the hook on that fish that I had on just a minute ago, guys. Um, Once we get the fish to the boat, we will go to subscriber only mode. So you definitely have to make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Now, if you guys take a look, can somebody take a look and see how many subscribers we have on this channel? We're getting close to 14,000 subscribers, guys. We are growing, and we're growing fast. We are definitely growing fast. DL Peck Fishing says, I need that $30 to put towards his Mega Live too. He's trying to get him some Mega Live money. Man, I hate that I didn't set the hook on that fish, guys. It felt like a good one too. All right, Duke said he says 13.9K subscribers. All right. So I think within the next week or two, we'll probably be over 14,000 subscribers, guys. All right, so the wind is back in action. The wind is back on us again. All right, so we've been out here rolling for about 30 minutes. I've had 1 good bite, but your partner's hands were cold. I did not set the hook on that fish, so that was my fault. I know Justin is like, hey, man, don't be missing those fish out there. You're playing with my money. Joe says, do you fish salt water? I have fished salt water, but this is fresh water. I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. What does Fred say? He says, I just bought me a tilapia at the market, seasoning up now to throw them in the grease. Shout out to Fred. Too dead for you says, I'm just joking. I missed the joke. Where was the joke at? What's going on? We have Dottie checking back in. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I see you guys in here. Justin White says, stop losing my money. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Yeah, I should have set the hook on that one, guys. Because as I was pulling it, at first I thought I was stuck on a rock, but it had to have been a moving rock or a swimming rock because it was moving with my bait. So by the time I decided to set the hook on it, it was already gone. No BS catfishing checking in. Rico King says this is the lake that has a city underneath the water. That is correct. Too dead for you says send someone $30 in pennies. Send them $30 in pennies. But hey, I think the money will be sent straight to your Cash App. All you have to do is guess the weight of the fish. All right, guys. I know somebody said put some stank on it. Let's check it out. Should I go with crawfish? I'm fishing rocks, guys. I'm fishing rocks or bass feast. Which one do you guys think? Crawfish or bass feast? What do you think? See that one right there says crawfish. That one says bass feast on it. All right, I don't see anybody putting any answers in the chat, so I'm going to go with crawfish. Shout out to Karen. Me and Karen we're thinking alike. Karen says hit him with the crawfish. Hit him in the mouthpiece with the crawfish, Money Bass. So we're going to do it. So we're just going to put it in here, kind of move it around a little bit. Get some of that nice crawfish scent on there. So next time what this will do is like that fish that I just had on but didn't set the hook in time. What that does is add a little scent and a little flavor to it, so they'll actually hold the bait a little bit longer. All right, so there we go. We put some of that crawfish stank on there. Shout out to Karen, one of the new members of the Money Team. Too Dead for You says, what state are you in? I am in the state of Georgia. Where are you from? Where are you from? Yeah, and if everybody could put where you're from in here, put what state you're from. And of course, we have people tuning in from different countries. We have about 70 people in the chat right now, so the number's kind of going up and down, but we may hit around 100 sooner or later. All right, we're at 45 likes. See if we can get 5 more likes in the chat, guys. Let's get 50 likes in here. Double OG back once again says, I saw a video that said Lake Lanier is cursed. Have you ever heard anything like that? Yes, I have. I sure have. There are some people that will not come and fish this lake. They're scared of coming to this lake, all that good kind of stuff. But hey, I've been out here for years. That is right. Lots of drownings and disappearances. Some of the parts of this lake are as deep as 140 feet, not far from where I'm at. So yeah, so if someone drowns this deep, and there are forests, and like you said, there are towns that were flooded under this lake. So yeah, if you sink all the way down in 140 feet of water, there are bridges, buildings, all kinds of stuff under this lake, guys. Steve Whipper says, yo, Money, what does a crawfish smell like? Does anybody know what a crawfish smells like in the chat? All right, I see everybody putting, we have Texas, Louisiana, Michigan, New Mexico in the chat, Connecticut, Tennessee. Let's see who else we have. Charlotte is in the chat, Florida, Knoxville, Tennessee. We have, what is that? Ela says 3 minutes. I say you get a fish in 3 minutes. Okay, we'll see if we can make that happen. We'll see. We will see. We would definitely see. From now on, if it feels like a fish is on there, I have to go ahead and set the hook, guys. I have to shoot first and ask questions later. Roanoke, Virginia, tuning in. There for you says use live ones. Oh yeah, live bait will definitely make it happen. Missouri, what's going on, Shane? Nobody really says Bass for Cash is real and official. Oh yeah. Nobody really. Have you ever won? Have you won any cash yet? What's going on? We have Keith Straight tuning in. He says, oh yeah, a fishing channel. Yep, that's what we do over here. We do live fishing. We do tournament fishing. We do all of that stuff. But mainly, everything that you see will be live. I do a lot of live content. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. You do need to subscribe to participate in Bass for Cash, guys. Bass for Cash, for anybody that is just tuning in, is what I would kind of describe as a fishing game show. As I catch the fish, I will let you guys guess the weight of the fish. If you guess the exact weight of the fish, that is how you win the cash prize. Now, the to participate does not cost anything. It is free to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber. Now, the members of the money team, those are the members of the channel, they get 2 guesses per fish. Right now, that payout is $30. So right now, the money team, they are fishing for a full $30 payout because membership does have its privileges, okay? If you are not a member of the money team, Wimpy, is that payout $15 or $20? What do you think? What do you think, Wimpy? Is it 15 or 20 if you are a subscriber and not a member of the money team? All right, nobody really says, Money Bass, when are you going to make a mod? I think we have a few mods in here. Let me see. Keith Straight says, good old Ned rig. Oh, yeah. We're going to make it happen. Double OG says, make it a 20. Hit us with the 20, Money Bass. Don't do us like that. Gary says, make it $5. Gary said, make it 5. Yellow says, I once caught a barracuda as a kid. Oh, my goodness. Did you eat it? What did you do with that? What's going on, Yellow? Says, where are you fishing? I am fishing on Lake Lanier. I am in Georgia. Out here fishing for a spotted bass. Just trying to get 1 or 2 to the boat. So you guys see, I'm just kind of taking it easy today. The winds are kind of ferocious out here, so I don't want to do a lot of running around. I'm just going to kind of sit in one place. I may move a little bit back here to the cove a little bit. And here comes that wind again. And that wind is putting that Ultrex to the test, guys. All right, Steve Wimpy says $15 for subscribers only. 30 for the members of the channel. Oh my goodness, membership does have its privileges, guys. It does not cost a thing to participate in Bass for Cash, but apparently membership does have its privileges. The members will get 2 guesses per fish, and they will be paying for a full $30 payout. All right, so we're going to see who wants that money today. Yellow says, I only know Lake Tahoe and Lake Michigan are those good lakes. I would say any lake that you can get to and get your line wet would be a good lake. I'm pretty sure they're catching fish out there. No BS Catfish says, gotta go. All right, really appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not already hit that like button, guys. Just double tap your screen. That's all it takes. We have Minnesota tuning in. Good to see you. Louisiana Adventure says, what happens if you don't catch a fish? If I do not catch a fish, can anybody answer that question in the chat for Louisiana Adventures? What happens if I do not catch a fish? Yellow says, I like your style, sir. Appreciate that. I know a lot of people will like it better once I get a fish to the boat so they can see if they can win some of this cash today, right? T Straight says, your charisma is solid. I definitely sub to your channel, bro. Oh, my goodness. I really appreciate that. We're just out here trying to, catch a little fish or two, just doing a little fishing, having some fun with it. Enjoying life is what it's all about. Gary says, you got to bring one in before you can get. That's right. I have to catch a fish. So if I do not catch a fish, then there is no chance for you to win. Hog Catcher says, no bass yet? No, sir, not yet. We've been out here for about 45 minutes. It's another day where I'm out here hiding from the wind. I wasn't actually planning on coming out here till Thursday because I thought it was going to be raining and cold today, but it was just cold, so I decided to come on out here. All right, there we go, guys. We got the hookup. We got the hookup. Your partner Money Bass has done it. Is it going to be a good? All it has to be is a 14-incher. Now, does anybody know what you're seeing right now? What you're seeing is this thing we call bendation. Do you see it? That right there. You see the way the rod bends? Let's go ahead and hop to the front of the boat. I'm going to flip this one for you guys. Oh, it's official. It's official. It is official, guys. It is official. Boom! Bass for cash fish. Did you see the flip? Did you see the flipalization on that? Kapow! Right in the mouthpiece. Oh my goodness. I think we might be doing this thing we call bass for cash. Now listen, let me let you guys know right now. It does not cost a thing to participate. All right? It doesn't cost a thing to participate. You just need to be subscribed. Before we start and open the scales for you guys to be able to put your guesses in the chat, you need to make sure you have hit the like button because there is a delay once you hit that like button. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see it? Did you see the bendation? Did you see it? Justin White says bendation nation. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. I guess you knew it was going to happen. Who was that asked what happens if you don't catch a fish? How often does your partner Money Bass come out here and not catch a fish? Doesn't happen too often. It's happened on occasion. But for the most part, I get out here and get a fish or two to the boat. We come out here for about an hour or two of fun. See if anybody wants to win any of this money. All right, now take a look. This is how we measure that fish. You see him? Uh-oh. He is just under 15 inches. It is an official bass for cash fish. Let's go ahead and introduce him to the people of the chat. There we go. All you have to do once you see scales open is guess the exact weight of this fish. Let's go ahead and put him in the live well for right now. While we get the likes up, we're sitting at about 61 likes. So guess what we need? Because you know what? Not everybody in the chat has hit the like button. If you have already hit the like button, put the word like in the chat. Put the word like in the chat if you have already hit the like button. Now it's cold out here. Your partner is out here freezing. But I'm doing this for the peoples. I'm doing this for the chat. I'm doing it for the live stream. We put some stank on it and got a fish right to the boat. What do we go with? We went with crawfish, right? Let's go ahead and change it up a little bit again. Missy Mary says he's just a baby. Yeah, it's about a 15-incher. It's just a baby, but guess what that baby will get you? That baby will get somebody $30. That baby will get somebody paid $30 today. We don't necessarily have to go after big ones today because we're not in a tournament. All we're looking for is a nice bite, some nice fun, and some nice payouts. Let's see. This is herring right here. Let's go back with that crawfish again. And you know, it did exactly what I said it was going to do, guys. That fish was actually swimming around with it, but it held on to it for a long time. So that other fish that I had on, I didn't set the hook in time. All right, so in the chat, let me go ahead and let you guys know how we do this thing we call Bass for Cash. I'm just going through the chat real quick to see if I missed anything. Nobody really says, if there's no other moderators here to open the scales, I'm here. Shout out to nobody really. So we have Steve Wimpy in the chat. So once we get the likes up, we need 12 more likes, guys. Let's get up to 80 likes. Once we get 12 more likes, if you have not double tapped the screen, make sure you double tap your screen. We need to get the likes up, all right? Once we get the likes up to 80 likes, then I'm going to put that fish on the measuring board. And let me just show you guys again, for anybody that is just tuning in, we have our first fish to the live well. You see it down there? Just nice and relaxing. So I'm going to put that fish back on the measuring board. It was around 15 inches. So all you have to do is guess the exact weight of that fish. Now, the way that this works, once we hit 80 likes, I see you guys letting me know in the chat that you have hit the like button. Let me see. Let me see. Mark says, what is your biggest PB? My biggest spotted bass is a 5 pound, 11 ounces. My biggest largemouth bass is a, what was it, 8.56. 8.56 is the biggest spotted bass I've caught. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to get up to 80 likes. We only need 6 more. I see you guys hitting that like button like crazy now. So once we get 6 more likes, I'm going to pull this fish back out, put it on this measuring board, and then shout out to courtesy of Steve Wimpy and SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. That is who is bringing you Bass for Cash, all right? Once you see Steve Wimpy say scales open, once we hit 80 likes first. Once we hit 80 likes, Steve Wimpy is going to open the scales. Once he opens those scales, you guys have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. If you guess the exact weight, you will win the $30 payout if you are a member of the Money Team. It does not cost anything to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber, okay? Make sure everybody understands it does not cost anything to participate. You just have to be a subscriber to the channel. Now, if you are a member of the channel, you get 2 guesses per fish, all right? And you will get a full $30 payout. If you are not a member of the channel, you are guessing for a $15 payout, all right? So membership does have its privileges. There's the fish right there in the live well. So while I'm waiting to get these likes up, I'm going to keep on fishing, guys. See if we can get another one to the boat. See if we can get another one to the boat, guys. So the wind was kind of brutal today, but check it out, guys. I came out here anyways. The wind was blowing. You guys are showing me a little love with the like. Shout out to Justin White. He gifted a membership to the channel. So Justin White is currently the sponsor of today's live stream. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, show of support like gifting memberships or anything like that during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream, guys, because this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, the subscribers, and people who just stop by just to see what is going on with this thing we call Bass for Cash. Dwayne says, open up that scale, man. Shout out to Karen. She says, hit the like button. Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Crockett says, 80 likes. We got 80 likes. All right. So we have 80 likes. So is there anybody who has any questions about how Bass for Cash works? I want to make sure everybody knows that you have to be a subscriber to participate. If you are not a subscriber, you will not be able to put your guess in the chat. Once we open the scales, we go to subscriber only mode. That is how we determine who is a subscriber and who is not. Only the subscribers will be able to put guesses in the chat, okay? Now, if you are a member of the Money Team, I see we have a lot of new members of the channel. If you are a member of the channel, you get 2 guesses per fish, okay? 2 guesses per fish. So you have twice the chance to win. Membership does have its privileges. All right, Louisiana Adventure says, how do we get the money? The money is forwarded straight to you from SWAT Lawn Operations, and it is sent through, I believe, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, but generally through Cash App is how they will send you that cash. It'll go straight to your account through Cash App. Charlie O says, how are you looking like the fish? I don't know what that means. Crockett says, non-members get 1 guess, members get 2 guesses. That is correct. All right, let's see. What else do we have in the chat? Any other questions in here? If I missed your question, go ahead and put your question in the chat again. So we have hit the 80 likes that we need. We have hit the 80 likes, guys. So now what we're going to do is this thing we call one more cast. So we're going to make this cast. I'm just looking to see if there were any other questions that I missed. Justin White says, let me see. It hits your Cash App within 5 minutes of you giving your Cash App name. Justin White has won before, so he knows the routine. So yeah, guys, Bass for Cash is real. Just like the Bendation. Did you guys see the bendation? If you saw it, put bendation in the chat. Put bendation in the chat if you saw the bendation. Nobody really says MoneyBass is real and official. Oh yeah, we try to make it official, like a referee's whistle. Man, that wind is blowing my line. You know what? That cast didn't count, guys. It was a little crooked. It was a little crooked, and I think there's somebody who still didn't hit the subscribe button yet. So I'm just giving them a chance to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I see bendation in the chat. The bendation was real, but guess what? I couldn't really feel it like I normally do because my fingers are froze. It's kind of cold out here. Let me see. We've been out here for just under an hour, guys. So we're about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. There is a fish in the live well for anybody that is just tuning in. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel because once we open the scales, we will be in subscriber only mode. Once we are in subscriber only mode, you will not be able to put your guesses in the chat unless you have already subscribed to the channel. Nobody really says. He says, I've been out on a bendation once. Keith Straight says it's hot right now in Texas. Oh my goodness! Shout out to Gail at Night. We have Gail at Night checking in. What does she say? She says, please be sure to click the like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. All right, Gail, check this out. We're doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. So I don't know if you've ever played before, Gail, but check it out. So as I catch the fish, here's the fish right here in the live well. We're about to do Bass for Cash right now. So you may actually win, Gail. I wonder what your guess is going to be. All you have to do is guess the exact weight of the fish that I have in that live well. If you are a member of the channel, you will win a full. Oh my goodness, guys. I thought I had another one. Let me go ahead and cast out there one more time while I'm explaining the procedures to Gail. I want to see what Gail's guess is going to be. All right, so once I show you this fish, you just have to guess the exact weight. Nobody really, shout out to Nobody Really, hit the channel with the $1 super sticker. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. All right, Gail at Night, she says, oh, we taking money. You guys are actually guessing for money. So Gail, if you guess the exact weight of that fish, you can win $15. All right. The members of the money team, they're playing for the full pot because we break the pot up throughout the day. So once somebody wins $15, then there will only be $15 left in there again. Oh, I thought I had another one, guys. All right. So what you guys are guessing for is a $30 payout if you are a member of the money team. If you are not a member of the money team, the payout is $15. It does not cost a thing. It does not cost a thing to participate in Bass for Cash, guys. All right. All right. So we're going to get this cast in, and then we're going to see if anybody is going to win this cash off of this fish. Karen says, I'm putting my guess in right now. I'm not going to wait. Shout out to Charlie O says, hey, can I try? I want to play. Charlie O, I need a yes or no answer to this question. Are you a subscriber to the channel? Charlie O, are you a subscriber to the channel? I'm just looking. I'm looking, Charlie O. I'm waiting to see. Charlie O, are you a subscriber to the channel? I don't see your answer yet, Charlie O. I'm waiting, and I'm looking. I see you guys putting guesses in the chat, but the scales are not open yet. So once you see Steve Wimpy put scales open, let me see. Tommy says, I'm subbed. I haven't seen Charlie O hasn't said he's subbed yet. Charlie O says yes. All right, so the answer, what Charlie O was asking me was, can he participate in Bass for Cash? And the answer to that is yes. Anybody can participate as long as you are subscribed. It does not cost a thing to participate. But membership does have its privileges. If you are a subscriber to the channel, not a subscriber, if you are a member of the channel, then you will get 2 guesses and you are playing for the full pot. The pot is generally broken up and paid out in pieces. But if you are a member of the channel, there we go, guys. That is my one more cast. I made one more cast. All right, so now once I get this cast in, we're going to put this fish on the scale, and we're going to see if any of you can guess the exact weight of the fish that we have. Let's see, who else do we have tuning in? Nobody really says scales are not open yet, chat. Oh yeah, they're anxious. They're anxious. The only guesses that will count are the ones that were put in between the time scales are open and scales are closed. All right, Charlie O says I don't have Cash App, so there's other ways that they'll pay. Once they determine who the winner is, then they will figure out the way that they can get the funds to you. All right. Keith Straight says 10 more casts, get one more in the boat. All right. Gary says, like I said, the last cast is 5. He does 5 last casts. All right, Charlie O's like, hey, I'm gonna win this. I need to know how I'm gonna get my money. All right, so we're gonna do it. We are about to do it, guys. It is official. We are about to make it official like a referee's whistle. All right, so here we go. Gail at Night, are you still in the chat? All right, there she goes. All right, Gail at Night is doing her thing in the chat. All right, I want to see what Gail is gonna guess. All right, Steve Wimpy, if you are ready, type ready in the chat. Nobody really says MoneyBass is official. Oh yeah, we're about to make it official like a referee's whistle. It's Steve Wimpy. Are you in the chat? I just need you to type ready. All right, Gail says ready. All right, Gail, maybe Gail, you can go ahead and let's okay, Steve Wimpy in the chat. Yeah, let's see. I see everybody is saying ready. Everybody's like, hey man, we're ready. Go ahead and show us the fish. All right, so we're going to take a look at the fish real quick. I'm just waiting to see. There we go. Steve Wimpy is in the chat. Shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. That is who is sponsoring this payout. Go ahead and type scales open, Wimpy, if you could, and then put 2 minutes on the clock. There we go. You guys, once you see scales open, once you see Steve Wimpy put scales open in the chat, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Now, only the guesses that are in between scales open and scales closed are going to count. So keep that in mind. And you only get one guess, everybody. If you put 2 guesses in the chat, then you will be disqualified if you are not a member of the money team. The members of the channel, they get 2 guesses per per fish. All right, I'm looking. Did Steve Wimpy open the scales yet? Not yet. All right, scales are now officially open, guys. There we go. Scales are open. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Now check it out, guys. Your guesses need to be in decimal form and up to 2 decimal places. Now this fish is a little under 15 inches. A little under 15 inches. You guys see it? Remember, only one guess in the chat, guys. If you put more than one guess, you will be disqualified. All right, so we have 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes on the clock. So you guys make sure you put your guesses in there. Remember, if you are, all you have to do is subscribe. Hold on just a second, guys. We are in subscriber only mode. Only the subscribers are able to put their guesses in the chat. You have to be a subscriber. If you are not a subscriber, then you cannot win because you cannot play unless you are a subscriber to the channel, guys. I see those guesses coming in, and while you guys are doing that, I'll get back out here and do a little more fishing. How about that? You guys are fishing for cash. I'm fishing for fun. Oh no, we have Cajun the Hawk Sam in here. Did you put your guess in the chat? I know you're not going to get it right. And we also have Spot Remover. What is going on, sir? Really appreciate you for tuning in. We are live and in action doing this thing we call Bass for Cash. I guess everybody, once they heard those scales open, people started coming out of the woodworks. Crockett says, are you in sub only mode? Yes, sir. Right now we are in subscriber only mode. You have to subscribe in order to participate. If you are not subscribed, then your guess will not count because we won't be able to see it. You have to be a subscriber. Cajun the Hawk says, if he holds his breath. Drill and Chill says, I think only subscribers can comment. That is true. Only subscribers can comment right now. So you have to be a subscriber in order to participate, guys. It does not cost a thing to participate, but you do have to be a subscriber. Spot Remover says, just in time, I barely saw the fish. Miss Mary says, keep those fish coming. Crockett says, Hawk is here. The Hawk is here. Did Chicken Hawk put a guess in the chat, guys? The Chicken Hawk put a guess in the chat. The scales are officially closed, guys. The scales are closed. All right, Steve Nielsen says, what's the temperature? Man, the temperature is cold. The temperature is called cold. All right, can somebody look up the water temp has dropped a little bit more, guys. It is down to 57 degrees. All right, so the scales are now officially closed. So now we're going to put that fish on the scale, guys, and we're going to see who's going to win. See if anybody has won Bass for Cash, all right? But before we do that, does anybody know what I'm about to do? Before we do Bass for Cash and I put this fish on the scale, does anybody know what I'm about to do? Anybody, somebody in the chat, who knows? All right, Crockett says it's 43 degrees out here. Dwayne knows. Tony knows. One more cast. That is right. Let's go ahead and hit you with one more cast, guys. Uh-oh. Was that a bad cast? And it was a bad cast. All right, there we go. I saved it. I saved the day. All right, so we're doing one more cast. After this one more cast, we're going to see if anybody's going to win this cash. All right. What did Chicken Hawk say in here? He says, pray that the DNR doesn't show up and catch you with that fish. Hey, man, I don't appreciate you coming in here disrespecting my live stream. Chicken Hawk, I'm going to get you out on the lake. For those that don't know, Cajun the Hawk Sam is a troublemaker. Do you see Cajun the Hawk Sam in the chat? That is the person that you guys will hear me refer to as Chicken Hawk. Nothing but a troublemaker. Coming in here always causing problems. Talking about the size of my fish. And I don't like it. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Chicken Hawk out on the lake and have to whoop up on him a little bit. All right, guys. I was trying to do one more cast, but that cast was crooked. So I need to do a good cast because that one doesn't count. You know, a cast has to be a good one in order for it to be correct and official, right? So let's make one more cast right there. There we go. One more cast. Then we're gonna weigh this fish. Drill and Chill, Rod and Reel says, what do you got tied on? How deep? Let me see. I'm sitting in about 30 feet of water. There we go. I'm running live imaging over here, running my 360 down here. I'm sitting in 30 feet of water. Water temp is 53.6 degrees. I'm casting all the way down to maybe like 5 to 10 feet of water and fishing that all the way out to about 30 feet of water. These fish are relating to the bottom right now, not really seeing any suspended fish. So that's why I'm sticking with this shaky head for right now. Louisiana Adventure says, make it a good cast. Hippie Dave says, I need that money. Hippie Dave, you've already won before. You're trying to take all the money, right? Cajun the Hawk Sam says, why don't you use that fish as bait? Then you can catch a sac-a-lait and at least be able to make yourself a sandwich. Shout out to Gail. Really appreciate it. Charlie O says, I love your vids. Keep it up, man. Well done. Really appreciate you, sir. Nobody really says, is the comments being deleted for scales? No, they are. Oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and weigh it because I think eventually they do run out. All right, let's go ahead and put the fish on the scale to make it official. Here we go, guys. Steve Wimpy, are you ready? All right, so we got to get the scale ready. All right, so I think this fish is going to be 173. That is my guess, guys. All right, so here we go. You see the scales are zeroed out. We're going to see the members of the money team. You are playing for $30. Everybody else, you're playing for 15. I said 173. That fish is going to lock in at 165. Who guessed 165? 165. Did anybody guess 165? So now we have Steve Wimpy and I guess Gail. Both of you can go back through the chat and see, did anybody guess 165? But it has to be between the time where scales were open and scales were closed. 165 is the official winner. Did anybody guess that? My guess was 173, so I was just a little off. All right, guys. Oh my goodness. 165 is the official winner of the day. If you guessed 1.65 pounds, then you have just won yourself a nice $30 bill. It doesn't cost a thing to play. It doesn't cost a thing to win. All right, there we go. That fish went back home, guys. 165. Nobody really says no winner. Oh my goodness. Nobody guessed 165. Did Steve Wimpy make it official? No winner. Nope, no winner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Steve Wimpy said no winners. 1.64 was the closest. Guys, just that quick and easy. Somebody could have been walking away with $30. Nobody guessed the weight of that fish. All right, guys. It's kind of cold out here. I got a question for you. Your partner is getting a little cold. I did my job. I brought a fish to the boat. Somebody was supposed to win. Wimpy, do you think they really wanted that money? Justin White says, okay, money, I got to run, have fun, and get warm. Nobody really says you better throw that fish back and catch him. Catch him again, huh? All right, so Wimpy, do you think that do you guys really want to win? Does anybody really want that money? Oh my goodness, shout out to Spot Remover. He says hand warmers. Yes, sir. I do need to go and get some hand warmers because it is pretty cold out here. Shout out to the Spot Remover. Hit the channel with the $9.99 super chat. Really, really appreciate that, sir. Always showing strong support for the channel. And if you guys take a look, the Spot Remover is a member of the Money Team. The members of the channel are the ones that have the badges right next to their name. Membership does have its privileges. Spot Remover and the other members of the Money Team get 2 guesses per fish. And a lot of times you guys will see that the members of the Money Team are the ones that win because those extra guesses, it seems like they do pay off. We have Drew checking in. He says it's hard to guess the weight when they small like that. Ah, Drew, what's going on with that? Do not encourage chicken hawk. Crockett says chicken hawk really needs it after losing to you again. That's right. That's right. He's trying to get his money back. Did chicken hawk put a guess in the chat? Did chicken hawk put a guess in the chat? Steve Wimpy says it's really sad when you can't give money away. Oh man, Steve Wimpy is trolling you guys. He's messing with you. Occasional Hawk Sam, Drew, that behavior is unacceptable. Do not encourage each other with this bad behavior. All right, we're gonna move around just a little bit, guys. Crockett says yes, 2 guesses. Charlie O says, I want the money. Bring the monies. He said, bring me the monies. Show me the money, MoneyBass. I tried to, but nobody wanted to guess the weight. All right, so do you guys want me to catch one more fish? You want me to go ahead and call it a day and come back tomorrow? What do you guys want to do? How do you want to do it? What do you guys think? Nobody wanted to win. Nobody wanted that money. Occasional Hawk says, Whipstick, you can give money away. Just meet me on the lake. You heard? Oh, my goodness. I think Whipstick is going to get you next time, Chicken Hawk. I think you did too much yapping and not enough catching. Drew says, if it means anything, me and you had the same guess. Okay, all right, great minds think alike. Charlie O says, yes, please. Can you do one more? Charlie O was like, hey, man, I want that money. Go ahead and catch one more. Nobody really says, how do I become a sponsor? So the sponsors of Bass for Cash, those funds are sent directly to the people that win the challenge. So if you want to increase the pot for Bass for Cash, just send the funds directly to my Cash App through it's at official Money Bass, and those funds will go to Bass for Cash. Now anything, and then in the memo you want to put Bass for Cash, you want to specify that. Anything else sent to the channel or sent to directly to me stays with the channel. So remember that, guys. If you want to support the channel, send those the cash apps to Money Bass. Send the super stickers and the cash apps, super chats to Money Bass. Now, if you want to support or sponsor Bass for Cash, send that directly to my cash app and put Bass for Cash in the memo. So that's how you can increase the pot as a if you wanted to toss some money in there to kind of make it more appealing and more fun for everybody. Right now, that payout is $30, guys. You guys are guessing for a $30 bill. All right, so nobody really says, come back tomorrow. Go ahead in, Money Bass. I care about you. All right, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Nobody really is like, hey, man, I know you're cold out there. I'm not going to be greedy. Everybody else is like, hey, man, quit all the whining and sniffling and get us another fish to the boat. Nobody really says, it's too cold out there. Crockett says, meet money and y'all can do a live show. You scared, Hawk? That's right, Chicken Hawk. You scared? What's going on with it? Steve Wimpy says, just state the lake and time, Chicken Hawk, and we can make it happen. Chicken Hawk says, whipstick is just an innocent casualty. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Gail at night. Really appreciate you. Nobody really says his hands are turning white. They're out there freezing. Crockett says, money. Hawk's going to meet you on the lake tomorrow. It's going to be live. Plus, y'all going to have a $25 bet. I don't think Chicken Hawk is going to bet me anymore. His bank account is getting kind of slim. It's getting kind of famished. Uh-oh. Chicken Hawk says, whipstick, don't let your cap lock make your pockets light. Uh-oh. It sounds like it's getting kind of real in the chat, guys. Charlie O says, let me see, you look cold. Just go home and chill and rest and warm up until tomorrow. Charlie O is looking out for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is a little chilly out here. We'll do another. We'll go till 2:30. So how many more minutes is that? Is DL Peck in here? DL Peck is my clock man. What is that? 17 minutes? Somebody put 17 minutes on the clock. Oh man, those clouds just covered up the sun. And it got a lot colder real fast out here. I need 17 minutes on the clock, guys. 17 minutes on the clock. We're going to see what is going to happen. Make sure you guys have hit the like button. Listen, we are only 7 likes away from 100 likes, guys. I told you we can make it happen. All it takes is a little crowd participation, and we can make it happen. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel, everybody. We only need 7 more likes. And big shout out to the spot remover. If everybody could put TSR for the spot remover in the chat. The spot remover hit the channel with the $9.99 super chat, guys. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel while we are live is the sponsor of that live stream, guys. And right now, that person is the spot remover. We're going to be out here for a nice 17 more minutes. We're going to roll until 2:30, see if we can get one more fish to the boat so we can see if there's another winner. We'll see if there's a winner for today. Because like Steve Wimpy said, Steve Wimpy was like, I don't think they want this money. He's doubting if you guys even want this money, guys, because all you had to do is guess the weight of the fish, but you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. All you had to do was guess the weight of the fish. All right, let's go ahead and spot lock right here. Shout out to TSR, the spot remover. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes on the clock. 15 minutes on the clock. I told you I had to hide from the wind today the best I could because that wind was brutal. The wind was brutal today. Can we get 6 more likes? If you have already hit the like button, put the word like in the chat. I want to see who is participating. Cajun, let me see. Chicken Hawk says, let me see. I'm in Bama. I got that money guy scared to cross state lines. If I meet him over there, it will be federal. Chicken Hawk, what is the next lake that we're meeting on? That's what I want to know. What's the next lake you want to meet me on, Chicken Hawk? I want you to let all of these people that's in the chat know. What is the next lake that you are going to meet me on and take another whooping on? Because I give international, I give national, nationwide whoopings out here. So you can pick the lake, Chicken Hawk. What lake are you picking? What lake are you going to pick? Shout out to Charlie Yo. Really appreciate you for tuning in and hanging out, having some fun with us. We will be back again. Charlie O says, I am going to leave, but keep up the good work and get some rest. But again, love your vids. I really do. Buy and already liked. Really appreciate you, sir. All right, Chicken Hawk, what is the lake? The peoples want to know. What is the lake? Crockett, I have already whooped Chicken Hawk in every state that he has been to. We're on round 2 of the we're circling back around to states now. There isn't a state that he can pick that he has fished against me that I haven't stomped him out in. Whippy said he can pick his bathtub. He can fish in his backyard. It doesn't matter. Cajun Hawk says we can do Logan Martin, Chick, Wadawi, dare I say Gunnersville. Oh my goodness. Chicken Hawk, don't try to make this complicated. Pick one lake that you want to get your feelings hurt on. Pick one lake, Chicken Hawk. What lake do you think you have the best chance at? That is the lake that I want you to pick. Drew says go to Seminole. That's kind of a long ride. Chicken Hawk, what lake do you pick? I want you to pick the lake that you feel you have the best chance on. Because I want no excuses when you take this whooping. That's right. Tell him, Crockett. Pick your best lake, Chicken Hawk. What is your best lake? Don't name 5 or 6. I wanted your best lake. Chicken Hawk getting kind of quiet. Did he fly away? Did Chicken Hawk fly away, guys? Man, this wind is brutal. All right, we have 12 more minutes left, guys. 12 more minutes left. We have Steve Dorsey checking in. Good afternoon, sir. Hope everything is going well. Has Chicken Hawk picked a lake yet? Has anybody seen Chicken Hawk pick a lake yet? Crockett says, I'll even throw in $25 on the side on my boy MoneyBass. Okay. All right, Chicken Hawk, where are you at? Crockett, is he hiding? Did he go back to his nest? Do Chicken Hawks live in nests? Did he go back to his nest? Is he hiding? Shout out to Clint Perry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Clint Perry has hit me with the $10 super chat, guys. He says this will cover some of Chicken Hawk's next loss. It's not going to help him, Clint. It's not going to help him. It is not going to help Chicken Hawk. Everybody put CP in the chat. CP is now the sponsor of today's live stream, guys. Whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, show support for the channel while we are live is the sponsor of that live stream, guys. Really appreciate that, Clint Perry. But yeah, I think Chicken Hawk took off. Did Chicken Hawk go and hide, guys? Did that really happen? That's right. Chicken Hawk is still in the hole. I don't think he's going to catch up. Pill Ryder said Chicken Hawk's internet can't cross state lines. And Minnow says that fish looked way better in the live well. It tricked you. Shout out to CP. CP is the current sponsor of today's live stream. Steve Wimpy said, y'all didn't really want that money. Fred Chambers says, I'm giving you a play-by-play. The tilapia is out of the pot, and I'm eating it. It is delicious. Man, you're making me want to have to go and get some. I think I want to get some crab legs or something like that today. Hog Catcher says, who won? Nobody won, Hog Catcher. Steve Wimpy said nobody wanted that money. Now occasion the Chicken Hawk, Sam, is saying, we Dowie or Logan Martin. All right, chat. Members of the Money Team, if you are a member of the channel, what lake would you guys choose between Logan Martin? Do you guys want to see us back at Logan Martin? Or do you want to see us at Dowie? What do you guys pick? We're going to have the showdown. Chicken Hawk thinks he's going to come out here and make some things happen. Now, I've already stomped him out on Logan Martin at least 3 times. Does he need to take a whooping on a new lake, on a different lake? Well, actually, I've already beat him on Dowie too. But Chicken Hawk. All right, in the chat, do you guys want to see us on Logan Martin or do you want to see us on at Dowie? Hog Catcher says, how much did he weigh? I think it was 165. I think it was, no, it was one. Well, how much did that fish weigh, guys? I think it was 165 was what that fish weighed. And nobody got it. Minnow Dunker says, if I win, let's put it back in the pot to rebuild it. All right, guys. Let's see. I'm going to head up here a little bit. Let's get the spoon out. I'm going to play around a little bit. How much time do we have left? I saw DL Peck dropping the info in the chat for me. I think we were down to about 12 minutes or something like that. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. All right, Drew says with Dowie. DL Peck says with Dowie. Hopefully Hawk will show up. The spot remover says with Dowie. Uh-oh. They wanted to take a whooping on a new lake. Something, but he's already taken a whooping on with Dowie before too. Chicken Hawk has lost on every lake. Every lake possible. Chicken Hawk has already lost on. All right, so we're just jigging a spoon right now, guys. Crocker says, I have 7 minutes left. Chicken Hawk says, and I need Whipstick and M4 out there. All right. Looks like we're going to be doing with Dowie, guys. All right, we're sitting right on top of some nice structure down there. All right, looks like Lakewood Dowie it is. Chicken Hawk is going to take another whooping on Lakewood Dowie. All right, these fish don't want to cooperate. They don't want to hit that spoon. Let's try a drop shot on them. How much time do I have left, guys? 5 minutes. Your partner has 5 minutes left. DL Peck says, can Money catch a fish with 5 minutes left on the clock? Man, my fingers are so cold, I don't even know if I want to catch one. DL Peck, I don't even know if I want to catch one. My fingers are cold. Chicken Hawk says, I don't see any fish on that cheater box, sir. Chicken Hawk, you probably don't even know what a fish looks like, even if you saw the thing in the supermarket. But I'm gonna show you a little something because you're gonna learn today when we get to Wadawi. I'm gonna have to teach you a few things on Wadawi, Chicken Hawk. Gary says, go get warm. We can do it tomorrow. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Yeah, we're about to close out, guys. Cause yeah, it's a little chilly out here. It is a little chilly. And plus I gotta figure out how to get that cable. I showed you guys that cable that got caught up in my prop. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Chicken Hawk says, you are fishing that spoon wrong. 2 minutes on the shot clock, guys. 2 minutes. Crocker says Lakewood Dowie, also known as Harris Reservoir, is located in east northeast Alabama near the town of Wadawi. That's right. So Chicken Hawk is out there in Alabama. So I'm going to go out there and stomp him out in his home state. And you guys saw he picked a lake that he wants to take this whipping on. All right, Chicken Hawk, what is the date? So you told the people the lake. What is the date that you want to receive this customized humiliation? It is going to be customized just for you, Chicken Hawk. Man, those tips drop. As soon as that sun gets behind those clouds, it ain't no joke. All right, so Chicken Hawk, what is the date? The people have seen you pick the lake. Now they want to see you pick the date. big shout out to the sponsors of the show. We had the spot remover came in, and we also had Clint Perry come in with the $10 super chat. Really appreciate both of you fellers. And we had that $1 super chat come in. Really appreciate it. Drew says Friday and Monday doesn't look bad. Chicken Hawk is going to need some time to prepare mentally. Pre-fishing isn't going to help him, but he has to get his mind right. So you may have to give him a little more grace. He may need a little time. Uh-oh, time is up. Let's see. Crocker says if you got to go to Alabama, Chicken Hawk got to put up some cash on it. No $20 neither. At least 50 to help with the gas. Drew says next week or so there's a lot of rain and temps in the 30s and 40s. You can't handle that weather. I don't know if Chicken Hawk. Yeah, Chicken Hawk can't handle that. Shout out to Ellis. Says, I just got in. Have you got one yet? Yes, sir. Nobody wanted that cash today, Ellis. We're about to close out for the day, but I might just be back out here tomorrow to see if anybody wants to take some of this cash for that bass for tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna make one last cast. All right, there's the last cast of the day. Oh my goodness, the wind took it. But that is the last cast of the day, guys. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Can you guys hear me now? I had to mute out real quick. Take a quick phone call. I got to redo my last cast. Crocker says Hawk picked the lake, but not the time yet. That's right. Fred Chambers. Will I finish that fish? Because let me see. Just bought two is not enough. Ellis says, what was the weight of the fish? It was 165, I believe. Crockett says, first cast is coming. Last cast is coming. Steve Whippy says, the pot will roll over with a possible increase. I have to speak to the CFO to confirm. All right, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. All right, so we're going to make this one last cast real quick. Let me try to make it a good one, guys. See what I can see out here. Derry says, I guess we have to guess the angler's weight. Man, the wind caught it again, guys. I can't catch a break. Drew said that cast didn't count. Sounds muted too. Yeah, that's right, Drew. The cast wasn't right. The wind came. I don't know if you guys can see with this wind. It's out here going crazy right now. I gotta wait for a break in the wind to do the last cast, guys. Man, that wind is brutal. Can you guys hear the wind? If you can hear this wind, type the word wind in the chat if you can hear that wind. We have officially hit 100 likes for the day. Really appreciate the support of the channel, guys. All right, let's see if we can get the cast out there that time. That cast was all right. That'll do. That'll do. All right, so this is the official last cast. We're going to see if we get a fish to the boat on the last cast, guys. Fred Changer says, I'm going to have to go to another fish market to see what kind of fish they have. There says, we call that windation. Oh, yeah, that wind is kind of fierce out here today. It's ferocious. Oh, man. Shout out to Junior Martinez. He says, make that 105 likes. I just got here. Shout out to Junior Martinez. You came in here just in time to see the last cast for the live stream. Nobody wanted that money today, Junior Martinez. Nobody wanted it. Steve Wimpy says it's going to roll over tomorrow and there could be an increase. But shout out to Junior Martinez. I got to make one more cash for him. We'll make one more cash as he just came into the chat. Let's see. Can we get one more cash for Junior Martinez? All right, there we go. One more cast. One more cast. Gonna let it sink all the way down to the bottom. Man, guys, this wind is not playing today. Ooh, it's tough. Shout out to Junior. He says they snoozed. That is correct. They snoozed. You can pop in tomorrow and see if you can take that cash for that bass tomorrow. All right, guys. There was the official last cash. Want to give a big shout out. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. It is cold. James, what's going on? She says, where you at? Where you at? I'm out here on Lake Lanier. Nobody wanted that cash today, James. I don't know what to say. Nobody wanted it. What happened? What happened? But we'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see if we can make it happen. Once again, appreciate everybody for tuning in to this thing we call Bass for Cash. Make sure you have hit the like button if you did not already hit it. And share these videos so we can continue to grow, guys. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. All right. Appreciate everybody. I will see you on the next